What's going on, guys? Welcome to the channel. Today we're going to do something a little casual, little just kind of off the cuff. I'm going to be talking about some of my recent purchases. As you can see directly ahead of you, I got baseball purchases, basketball purchases, football purchases. Some of these are long-term investments, some of these are short-term investments, some of these I'm trying to flip as quickly as possible. So I wanted to kind of go through them with you guys and talk to you a little bit about why I made these purchases. In terms of where these purchases came from, it's really a combination over the last, I want to say, couple of weeks of a lot of it from eBay, some of it from checkoutmycards.com, some from Star Stock, some from local shows. So it's really, honestly, guys, from all over the place. There might be some from Macari. I don't even know. Maybe I got one on Poshmark. I'm not really sure. But whenever I want to buy a card, and this is something I think I really need to make a video about one day. But when I'm looking for a card, I'm looking at like 5 or 6 different places to see what the best deal I can get on that card is. You can't just go to eBay. You can't just go to one place. You really got to shop around if you want to maximize, your potential future profit, or just get the best deal that you can. But let's get into this video. First of all, I need to start right here in the center with Damian Lillard. If you guys saw my video that dropped last Thursday, 5 cards that I believe will make you money, Damian Lillard was my #1 card last week that I thought was undervalued, that I thought had the possibility of going up in the short-term future. And guys, Damian Lillard is requesting a trade. At the time of the filming of this video, that's all the information I have. Dropped on RotoWorld that he will be requesting a trade. I don't know exactly to where or any additional details. If something crazy happens between the time of filming and the time of me releasing this video, I might have to just kind of like pop in and do an update report. But right now, that's what we know. Damian Lillard will be requesting a trade out of Portland. Like I talked about in that video, guys. That was one of the scenarios where I said that this card can double, triple, quadruple in value. And I think it's about to happen. So kudos to any of you guys who saw that video and perhaps jumped on the Damian Lillard bandwagon. You guys are probably looking to make a good profit. Anyway, let's get into the rest of this stuff, guys. We'll start right here. So these are basketball cards that I've just been buying. Guys, I've been really buying the dip as much as I can get, as much as I can. One of the things that I got to stress, guys, when you're speculating on cards or just when you're buying cards with the idea of like it's going to go up or it's going to do this or it's going to do that, buy within your means. Right? That's a big lesson, I think, for all of us. Don't put everything on the credit card. Don't go crazy buying thousands of dollars of PSA 10s when you're only making thousands of dollars of income a month. Buy within your means. Here's the biggest thing is make smart investment decisions. That's what my channel's all about, guys. So let's get into it. So first guy here that I've been trying to pick up is, when I could find him on the cheap, is Jalen Brown. Celtics, Celtics All-Star. Celtics really, really young superstar. This is his select rookie, optic rookie, prism rookie. Guys, I mean, a year ago, these were 3 to 4 to 5 times what they are right now. The Celtics are not in the playoffs, so the prices of this have come down. This is a card that I absolutely think has a ton of long-term potential, but even in the short term, I think this is something that's going to go up just before the season starts next year. The Celtics have some work to do, but I think they are very, very motivated with 2 young superstars on their team in Brown and Tatum to do the right thing and to put the pieces around them so that the team can be competitive, so they don't lose their young stars. Maybe Damian Lillard, I don't know. But either way, Jalen Brown on the cheap right now, somebody I'm looking at. Moving on, here's another guy A little bit of a mini spoiler. I'm going to be talking about DeMar DeRozan this Thursday on my next 5 picks video. These are all just his Topps base cards. I believe I actually picked these up on Star Stock. And for DeMar DeRozan, right now these are really, really cheap. These are obviously in PSA, incredibly low population cards. But even out in the wild, they didn't make these like they were making the prisms of, and optics and selects. Nowadays, these are a little bit hard to find. I think they're greatly undervalued because I think DeMar DeRozan is going to get traded or sign with a new team this coming offseason. San Antonio they're moving forward. They're moving on. They obviously, DeMarcus Aldridge retired. DeMar DeRozan is next. He's not a part of their long-term plan, but he's still balling. He's still got plenty of life left in him. I think he'll end up with a team like the Lakers or somebody else. And guys, this is such low-hanging fruit right now, guys. Obviously, if you can get the Topps Chrome, that's even better. I just picked up 4 Topps, got them so cheap that can't really lose on these. Talk about that more in my video on Thursday. Picked up a couple of Pascal Siakams. Again, I just think they're undervalued right now. So Spencer Dinwiddie, this is actually somebody I talked about. Guys, I practice what I preach in my videos. I talked about Spencer Dinwiddie last week. Or a couple weeks ago, I don't remember exactly. But he's going to be a free agent. He's linked to the Chicago Bulls. This guy was averaging like 24 points a game 2 seasons ago. He missed most of last season with injury on the New Jersey Nets. Guys, I was paying I'm not even joking, like about $1 to $2 per card. If he becomes the starting point guard of the Chicago Bulls or a big market team, you think these are going to be worth more than $2 or $3? Yeah. I think so. So this is Kevin Porter Jr. Obviously he had that big giant 50-point game for Houston. It's looking like he could, depending on what they do in the draft this year, he's looking like one of the faces of the franchise moving forward. I think they got the number 2 overall pick this year, or number 1? Number 2. I'm going to go with number 2. Let me know in the comments. Is it number 1 or number 2? Because I don't remember off the top of my head. He's going to be one of the young faces of the franchise. And, these saw a big spike right around the time where he had that big 50-point game. I had 4 PSA 10 Kevin Porter Jr.'s that I had listed. All 4 of them sold, like within 48 hours of that game. And, then Houston got, they weren't really a playoff team and people kind of forgot. But the hype train always makes a loop around, guys. So again, I've just been picking these up on Star Stock or check out mycards.com, wherever I could find them, but on the cheap, guys, and lots and that sort of thing. I think this one looks really nice. It's red. It actually, matches his jersey here. It also matches the Houston Rockets colors. So I feel like that's a nice one. And these I'm just holding till next season. Not even listing them right now. Not doing anything with them. Here we got a couple Keldon Johnsons. So with cards like this, guys, Keldon Johnson was pretty hyped for the Spurs. A lot of people think he could be the face of the franchise moving forward. But I wanted to avoid just picking, or when I can, just picking up base prisms. I know I just did with the with the Kevin Porter Jr.'s, but I think that was like a lot pickup or something. Trying to get, these color variations and anything numbered that I could get my hands on. So these were a couple of the Keldons. Young player, cheap investment, low risk. Another kind of low risk guy that I've been picking up is Jordan Poole. This is the silver right here. Again, guys, I'm just avoiding the prism base, especially optic. I know these boxes cost like $1,000, or more for prism, but the base rookies are just not worth that much. With retail, they drop so many of them that it kind of keeps the value down. So I've strictly started focusing on silvers and parallels and numbered cards and autographs and stuff of that nature, because I think when these players have a moment, and these are talented guys. These are, I'm not looking at the second round picks here. I think when they have a moment, these are the cards that people are going to be looking for. So when you can get them on the dirt cheap, I think it's the best time. So let's just take a look at some of the Jordan Pools. Got Prism. This is a hollow from Optic. Look at that shine. Oh, love that. This is I believe the red, not the numbered one, not number 288, but just a red mosaic. Big fan of mosaic. This is, I believe, the choice. Shiny. Silver. Couple blue velocity. This is blue velocity, you guys. From Optic makes the best parallels. You don't really see it in the pictures that people post on eBay a lot. Look at that. Look at the way the background kind of shifts as I move the card. Like if pictures would always capture this, like I think these cards would fly. They're beautiful. I think they're, let's just compare that to, this one has that shine too, but I don't know. I kind of prefer these, but either way, guys, Jordan Poole, young, up and coming player with the Golden State Warriors. He might be a part of a trade. If, for all I know, he gets included in the Damian Lillard trade. If that goes down, I think he would definitely be a piece. But then he would become one of the biggest stars on Portland. So it's kind of like a win-win situation if that were to happen. So feel good about those. Let's finish up basketball and then we'll get into football. There's a little bit of baseball, but not too much. So this is another guy that I've been kind of speculating on. Miles Bridges of the Charlotte Hornets. I think Charlotte, kind of had a bit of a breakout year. They've been so non-relevant for so long, but now they have LaMelo Ball, who's, one of the most popular young players in the league. And, Miles Bridges, for the most part of the season, was kind of the best player on their team, especially when LaMelo went down. So I thought he was just kind of really undervalued. He had a great season. So, I've been picking up, again, low-hanging fruit, picking these up as cheap as I can, select courtside. Wish I could get the silver, but that one was just a little bit more pricey than I wanted it to be at this time. I love select, guys. These older select cards, when it wasn't retail, are really, really low, just kind of overall population. There's not a crazy amount of them. Then we have red, white, and blue Prism. So these I picked up probably about 75 cents to $1 each. Just Prism base. And the last one from Miles Bridges is, the blue velocity. Love the blue velocity. All right, guys, and this next one, this is speculation at its finest. If you saw my video a couple weeks ago, I talked about TJ McConnell. Nobody is talking about TJ McConnell except for me. So here's why I'm talking about TJ McConnell. Because of Dennis Schroeder. Because last year when Dennis Schroeder signed with the Lakers, his cards exploded given what it was to what it became. I was buying up Dennis Schroeder Prism rookies last year for $2 to $3 each, and I was selling them for $30. Think about that, raw. Just like, think about that in a quantities. You had 10 of them. You sold them for $30 to $300. And I think the same thing. Granted, last year, maybe a little bit different because of, people were just pumping so much money into the hobby through the COVID era and all that kind of thing. So maybe McConnell doesn't see that same level of a bump if he signs with somebody like the Lakers. But I still think for what I was getting these at on checkoutmycards.com and on StarStock, I don't think I bought any of these on eBay. I still could potentially 10x my money, and through quantity, make it make a decent profit and then put that into, a bigger card. So I picked up a couple of the, picked up some Revolutions. Let's see, I think this is the base. This is the, I don't know where it says it in this here, but this one looks different. So it's a different variation. These three are the same. I don't remember off the top of my head what the different variations are called. Oh, TJ McConnell does not have a Prism rookie or a Select rookie or a Optic rookie. So Donruss is kind of like his main rookie card. So that's why I swooped up the Donrusses. Guys, I thought these were such low-hanging fruit. There was barely any of these on eBay. Like, if you look right now, maybe there might be a dozen. Maybe. There's not even that many of them available on other websites. That's why, I kind of had to really look around just to find these. But I wanted to have these because I knew that, right now they're cheap. And they're going to dry up. Once free agency talk starts up, people are going to be talking about him because this is kind of a bit of a weak free agent class. So, I kind of wanted to get in early. I've mentioned Star Stock a couple of times, guys, and I'm not sure if everybody's aware of what Star Stock is. It's a website that promotes itself as the stock market for sports cards. So you can actually buy and sell cards on the website in real time. Let's just, using TJ McConnell as an example. Let's say the news drops on ESPN. TJ McConnell is the new starting point guard for the Lakers. You go on to Star Stock, you can buy up every single TJ McConnell card that they have for whatever the price is. Let's just say it's $3 each. And you can immediately turn around and list them for $10, $15, $20, whatever the kind of market rate is, and sell them all within a day. You don't have to deal with eBay. You don't have to deal with returns. You don't have to deal with anything. It's the easiest way to buy and sell cards. It's really, really great for those short-term kind of lower end flips, but you can also really find deals on graded cards there. It's like sometimes it lags, like it's like a week behind the market. But use that to your advantage, guys. If you're interested in checking out Star Stock, in the description, I will drop a promo code. So if it's your first time signing up, you get $10 for free. They kick me a $10 referral, which I obviously appreciate. But either way, check out Star Stock. I think it's the more marketplaces that you are at your disposal, I think the better you're gonna do, guys. So we have those. And then these are Clear Visions, I think. Oh, I don't even remember what set these are from. Panini. Yeah, I wasn't buying too many cards in 2015, 2016, so I'm not super familiar with the sets. But they're numbered to 149. So figure I probably paid a couple bucks for these, so don't feel bad about it. Moving on, guys. So looking forward to this next upcoming football season. One of the players that I've been targeting, just because I think some of his stuff was just dipped too low, is Jalen Hurts, starter for the Philadelphia Eagles. I know Select was really overprinted this year in retail format, and it's actually held a lot of the values down on a lot of the non-rare cards. So you'll see in here, these are not concourse premier level base. This is pretty much all field level or better, or color, or autograph, or some kind of variation. And I'm getting these for so cheap, guys, that I just think it was a good investment. So let's take a look. So okay, so this is an autographed jersey. Number 2, $199. Guys, these white parallels are actually one of the more rare ones, and people are selling them at the same price as like the purple and the orange and the blue. They just don't know. But if you kind of, when you're looking on eBay, if you look at the amount that are for sale and the amount that have been sold, and then kind of compare that to the other color variations, you can kind of figure out like these are the rare ones, these are the harder ones to find. And eventually everybody starts catching on to that, especially when the population reports start dropping from PSA. So I definitely I got a great deal on this. I probably paid as much for this one as I did for like a lot of these other ones. So not numbered, but the white field level white die cut. I have a field level purple die cut. This one is numbered. It's the field level bronze die cut, numbered to 355. Just got a really good deal on it. Purple die cut. This is the one I really wanted, was the neon green, because green kind of matches the jersey. Somebody haven't opened it out yet, but whoever mailed this to me mailed it with a giant piece of tape. I don't know if you could even, yeah, you kind of see it right there. This giant piece of tape. Guys, if you're gonna mail cards, don't do this. Put a little piece of blue painter's tape, just a little piece right at the top. It's super easy to peel. This top loader is ruined. I hope that I don't ruin the card, because I got to take a razor blade to this, guys. I got to take a razor blade to the top to get it open. Not ideal. 3 of the light blue versions. Didn't intend to buy 3, but it kind of, I had sent out offers, and honestly, I didn't think people were gonna, I didn't think they were all gonna be accepted, and then they were. So now I have 3. So that's it for the Jalen Hurts sections. And then these, I believe I picked up at a card show. There's Antonio Gibson. Again, guys, I'm sticking with color parallels and discos and anything other than the base. So we have a green. I forget what these are called. I think disco. I feel like you think it's called disco, but it's actually not called disco. But if you know, let me know in the comments. Another one. And this is like the I want to say orange velocity, but I don't think that's what it's called. But it looks like the optic velocity cards. Good young player. Could make some noise this season. I also got this one in PSA 10, and I traded for this one at a card show, and I actually traded it was an optic Luka PSA 9. And I think I threw in like $20 or something. And while, obviously Luka is definitely the bigger star, I just looked at the pop count. And you could look up these cards. If you take your phone and you scan the little barcode on the back, it tells you the pop counts of the card. So you can do this like at the store, anywhere you are where you're talking with people. And this had a population of, I think it was like 11. Or it might have even been less than that. It might have been like 7. And I was like, he plays for the Kansas City Chiefs, starting running back of a Super Bowl contending team. I was like, I thought it was a good trade, So I feel good about going into this next season, potential of this card. Before we get into these, let's take a look at, this is another one of my recent pickups. I got 2 of these. The other one's down here. Picked up 2 Julio Rodriguez Bowman Megabox PSA 10s. The reason I went for this one specifically, Julio Rodriguez is obviously a big-time prospect for the Seattle Mariners. I think he's probably ranked he's definitely ranked in the top 5, but I don't know exactly where he is. I think he's like number 2 or 3. Very, very hyped player. But so I was actually looking at his Bowman Chrome, just the base PSA 10, and then I figured out that these, I think they're both might be from Star Stock. I realized for like $20 more, I could get the Mega Box, which is obviously a much better card to have. And then I was comparing, I was kind of looking at, I think I looked at Killinick, his teammate, and I looked at the Bowman Chrome PSA 10 and compared it to the Mega Box version, PSA 10, and it was like 4 to 5x. And this was only $20 more. Like one was like 160 and this was like 180. So I was like, okay, that makes sense. That's a good deal. They were more expensive on eBay, but I caught a deal on Star Stock. So guys, check out Star Stock. All right, final cards of the video. So we'll look at the Herberts last. So this one, I believe, was also a Star Stock card that I bought. Chris Bryant, PSA 10. He's quietly having a really solid year, made the All-Star team. There's a lot of speculation that he might get traded, that he might become a Yankee even. And when I heard that, I was like, hey, let me check out his prices, and they were pretty reasonable. I don't remember exactly what I paid for this one because I actually bought it a while ago, but then I just had it shipped to me from Star Stock. But it was definitely under $100. Might have been 80, 75, somewhere around there. So, you know, we'll see what happens with him. But Bowman Chrome first from 2014. You know, there's not too many of these more to be graded, so the population is gonna be what it's gonna be. So last cards here. Again, guys, I think Select is just undervalued. You just gotta stay away from Concourse. Premier, I think the club levels are hideous, so I'm just staying away from those in general. But, you know, get these parallels when you can. I believe this one actually might have come from a pack that me and my buddy opened. So that's where that one came from. Oh no, I'm sorry. It came with this one. Somebody was selling both of these, the two purples. I think we got another one, but I don't have it here. I got a crazy deal on these, both of these for like 90 bucks. This one alone, most people are asking over 100 for, and even 100 seems really, really low for a die cut field level of the top quarterback. Somebody who could be one of the best quarterbacks in the NFL, broke like so many rookie records. I thought that was just crazy cheap, and he threw in this one basically, so appreciate that. And we bought a couple of the reds as well. Got a really good deal. One of these was about 100. The other was, I think, 120. I've been sending so many offers and you know, asking about condition because I'd love to get some of these graded on these select field level Herberts. So I'm definitely looking to buy more of these. You know, I noticed the backs of these cards have a ton of print lines, so I'm a little worried. You can't see them with the top loader, but I'm a little bit worried about sending them off to PSA. I don't know what's going to happen, so I'm just doing a little bit of research. But I think the value is really, really here. These are drying up, guys, drying up. And the last one, this one, I have it in the card saver one because I think it's PSA 10 worthy. It's good centering, good corners, which is tough with these die cuts that have so many little sharp edges. But this is the blue checkerboard. It kind of matches the Chargers colors. I think it's a really nice card. Yeah, probably looking to pick up more of these, but these have gone up in price a little bit. This one I caught a deal on. I think I got it for around 55, 60 bucks. But they're selling around 80 now. And I think the prices are just going to keep going up as we get closer to the season. Anyway, guys, that's it for this video. Check out these other videos. Remember to subscribe. And if you got something out of this, or at least you just got entertained for a little while, hit the like button. Appreciate it. See you next time.